So welcome everyone, and so this is an event in the International Festival of Mentoring Teacher Research in ELT, and this festival is featuring events which are during 2024 to 2025, which are showcasing schemes, programs, arrangements where people have got together to mentor teachers to research their classrooms, to do teacher research. And we've had a few events, and you can, on the website, which I will, the address I'll share in the chat again, you can go and see recordings of the events that we have had. We had a very good one, for example, in June, about NetTruth, which is a network of English teacher researchers with its own mentors. And we heard about how they are arranging to mentor teachers in Uzbekistan. Today, we're really looking forward to the one about Thailand, EAR-Thailand, 2024 project, which has kind of been going on a few years now. But before we begin, let's look forward to the next one. The next one is going to be connected with the EVO, the Electronic Village Online. We're going to hear about how they arrange the mentoring every January and February for mentoring teachers internationally in a voluntary way through TESOL. And we've got another interesting one coming up in September, which you can already register for, about a teacher association, but not just a teacher association. It's about a community of practice within a teacher association, which might be inspiring for those of you who are active in teacher associations, setting up a group or groups within the teacher association to support teacher research. And I'll just acknowledge the support. This is basically, festival is really being organized within MentorNet, which is an association of mentors of teacher research internationally. And you can read about MentorNet in the same place that you can read about the festival. And also by the research stick of ITEFL are supporting us, the journal, the Teacher Trainer Journal, published by Pilgrims, and the British Council's Teacher Educator Community. So these are our supporters for this festival. And it's also supported, of course, by my university, Warwick University, and the Economic Social Research Council. There's a grant that they have given us for organising this festival. I'll just also acknowledge the support, great help of Eleonora, who's working as a research assistant for this festival, this project. The overall aim, as you can see, is to map and draw lessons from different initiatives which involve mentoring teacher research around the world. Okay, so I'm going to stop there just to encourage you to register for our future event. And I'm going to hand over now to Santida and Rachani, who are going to introduce today's program about the EAR Thailand program. Over to you.
Okay, good morning and good afternoon, everybody. We are very delighted to be here to share our experience with you all and hope to learn from your questions, comments, and feedback.
Richard Smith to everyone. https://
Okay. Let me introduce our team of speakers today. We represent two groups from the project, the organizers and the mentor trainees. The first speaker is Patana Vimon Opum. She is the British Council head of EAR-Thailand. And
one of those who has left the meeting.
Pum is one of the leading figures of this project. The other partner of this project is King Mongkut University of Technology, Thonburi, Thailand, or KMUTT. This is where Rachani, Napak, and Napak work and Koi study. They will talk about the project in different aspects. Next are the three mentors.
Who has joined the meeting.
Next are the three mentor trainees who will be sharing their valuable experience of being a mentor trainee in the 2023 and 2024 projects. And the three mentors are Pirapon, a primary English language school teacher from the province near Bangkok, Jitima or Kru Ann, a secondary school teacher from Northeast, and Javiya Oke, a pre-service teacher trainer also from the Northeast. The next agenda is the program by Kun Pum, and she will introduce.
That means Sapun has joined the meeting.
Introduce the EAR-Thailand project. Kun Pum ka?
Okay,ค่ะ. Thank you very much, อาจารย์สนธิดา and hi, hello everyone, and thank you very much for being here today, and it's my pleasure to be with you today. My name is Patana Wimon, or you can call me Pum, PWM Pum. I'm the Senior Program Manager of English Programs from the British Council, Thailand. And so let me start with the background of the project, about how it got started and why are we interested in doing this project, and why teacher research. We have been working closely with teachers through many teacher development programs for many years. We've been developing teaching techniques, English proficiency skills, but when talking about classroom research skills, which is a very crucial skills for teachers, we found that teachers need a lot of support in this area. Many of them are not able to critically explore, to understand like what works or what doesn't work in their classrooms, and why it works or it doesn't work. And when talking about classroom research, teachers usually not really sure about what it is. So they feel it's like difficult. It's about the promotion is so academic. And so that's why we want them to understand the process properly and understand that it's something that they can do to have their own research and to solve their problems for their students. And that's why we are interested in doing the classroom research skills. And for the macro level, the ministry level, the Ministry of Education has seen the importance of these skills, like the reflective skills, critical thinking skills, and the process of the classroom research skills, and has launched a new scheme for professional development and promotion for teachers. And as part of teachers' individual development plan, every school year, teachers have to submit a they call personal agreement to their school directors, and they have to identify what classroom challenges that they would like to focus this year, and how to solve the problems, the actions, and the results. And that's what they have to do every year. And for their promotion scheme for advanced level teachers, the classroom research skills also support the personal appraisal, as it kind of involves proper classroom research skills, though it's more like an academic action research. So you can see here that it's the classroom research process are applied here. We really want them to be able to do this properly, to do it more effectively. And of course, we help them, to do what they do here, effectively. And for the, but, we found that the training in this area is really limited. It's more like a one-off training, not much on the kind of the a long-term period of the training or the mentoring. And also, there's been no teacher research community in Thailand, and that's why we started the pilot project in 2022, when the British Council and Kim Bong-Kut University of Technology Thonburi started the work, and the pilot project was built on the British Council project work that had been undertaken in more than 10 countries for example, in South America, South Africa, and South Asia, which I think many of you who joining today might be very familiar with our projects in other countries. And that's how it started. Next slide, please. Okay, so for the project, for the objectives of the projects at the beginning, we started with we want to develop whole skill of EAR for teachers, from identifying problems to disseminating their research findings, to not only local level, but of course to international teacher networks as well. And of course to create teachers' awareness of teacher research process, that the decision should be made based on evidence. And of course, for the project sustainability, the project also aims to develop mentors, from this program, to develop teachers and university lecturers who involved in this project to be the mentors, the local mentors for the future years project. And in year one, we kind of identify the potential school participants, to be mentors. And from year two, we started to develop the mentor program. And of course, another objective is to explore the model for teacher community, like the teacher research community in Thailand. Next slide, please. Okay, and the time frame for our project, it's around 8 months, from year one to year three. It's around 8 months, and in the first 4 to 6 months, it's about training and mentor teachers. And in the last few months, it will be about writing articles and disseminating their research findings. So the key activities, for teacher development, it's about online training and the training and mentoring program, and in year the on-site training as well. And for mentor development, we provide a mentoring program. We provide mentor support. Our mentor trainees, they receive a mentor support from the professional mentors, which you will hear more about this in our presentation. Next slide, please. And of course, our success is for the impact on teachers in the classroom. We received a very positive feedback from the teachers, from the participant teachers. The impact on that perception towards classroom research, and also how they solve the problems. They change the way they solve the problem. They don't jump into conclusion. They don't assume the causes or solutions. And of course, they have a better relationship with their students. So they of course you will hear about the impact on the classroom in our presentation as well. And of course, another success is about the development of the local mentors, which are the school-based and university-based mentors. At the moment, I think since from the beginning of the project, we've been training around 80 school teachers and around 25 local mentors from year one to year three. And in the next section, Ajahn Sontida and Ajahn Rachani will talk about the development model of the training. So that's for my part at the beginning. So over to you, Ajahn Sontida.
Thank you, Ka. I will start with the first model. The first model here is the pilot project starting in 2022.
Sukanda Kongkim has joined the meeting.
I will start with the first. I didn't really have strong rationale in getting involved in this project. It is my personal reason for getting the project started. As a teacher trainer, I kind of felt that it seemed like it was the right time that something must be done about teacher research in Thailand. It has always been mistaken by teachers or the Ministry of Education for the past 20 years.
Has joined the meeting. Ravinere and Chakrakodi to everyone. We can hear voiceover in between.
Have a look at the first model here. It is very simple, as you can see from the diagram.
Theoretical Makrasat has left the meeting. Theoretical Makrasat has joined the meeting. Vanita Chopra to everyone. Hey Goon, lovely to see you after a long time. Thank you for sharing the overview about EAR in Thailand. Theoretical Makrasat has left the meeting.
At the moment, please don't write anything in the chat, or else the computer will read out everything in the chat, okay? Have a look at the first model here. It is very simple, as you can see from the diagram. Only three layers. One super mentor, 3 mentors, and 21 school teachers. In this project, 2 types of activities were organized for the teachers. The first one is the training on knowledge and skills of EAR. The trainings were delivered in 6 webinars across 8 months, starting from July to February 2023, and I did the training myself. The second activity was mentoring, and this was when the teacher conducted their research and seek support from mentors. The first layer of the diagram is the super mentor. She was an international expert in EAR. Her role was to read every piece of task that school teachers submitted through their mentors, and then gave a written comment on a platform on the internet, and I think it was the Google Drive. As for the mentors, the second layer, 2 of them were international and experienced mentors. The mentor's role here was that they read all the comments from the super mentor and relay them to the school teachers, relaying the comments in such a way that it was easy for school teachers with no experience in EAR to understand clearly enough to be able to fix a problem suggested by the super mentor. The final layer is the school teachers who would discuss the super mentor's feedback with the mentor and fix their work according to the comments. And this is how the first year pilot project was designed. It was building on British Council project works in over 10 countries. Okay, so over to you, Rachani.
Okay, thank you. So just a bit about this project. Initially, we had 24 participants in this project, and then they dropped out. 3 of them dropped out. So eventually we had 21 left. And I think 18 of them completed the EAR, like both 2 cycles. All right, so it comes to the year 2023. What did we do in the year 2023 in here? Now you can see that our structure has become a little bit more complex in here, as we have another layer added into this one. Now, from the year 2022, we found that having a local mentor is really, really important. Now, so our objective is to develop the mentor. Now, how to develop the mentor if you don't have school teachers for the mentor to mentoring them, right? So that's why we create a field of the EAR, and then we recruit the school teachers to be there to learn about EAR, and then we have the local mentor here to train them to mentor those school teachers. Now you can see that there are terms like LM, MT, what are they? I'll tell you soon. So this structure started off with the project advisor. We have 2 project advisors here. One's an international, one is a local one. And then the project advisor, the international one, help us to really look for the lead mentor here. This is a term coined. I would say that it's coined by Richard himself, right? As a lead mentor. So all the lead mentors here are the international ones. Yep. And then the lead mentor here would help in guiding MT. MT is a mentor trainee in here. The MT here are local school teachers. In this layer, we have both school teachers and the university teachers here. So now you can see that there are also lead mentor also have to mentor 3 school teachers. Why? Because we want the international lead mentor to know more about the school teachers here in Thailand as well. Of course, these are experienced lead mentors, and then they have experience mentoring school teachers all around the world. So we want them to know about school teachers here in Thailand as well, how they are, knowing about the culture, knowing about how they work, so they can actually understand the mentor trainee here when they mentoring those school teachers as well. So you can see that lead mentor have to take care of 3 school teachers, and each mentor trainees take care of 3 school teachers as well. So here, as you can see, we have altogether 7 lead mentors, 14 mentor trainees, and 63 school teachers here. Now, in this project, I would say that this is the first time that we have this kind of layers. And then when we also have 63 school teachers, you must have thought that, oh my God, it's like, so many school teachers. And then they might have really enthusiastic in joining it. Yes, they did at the beginning, but then when they knew that, sometimes that it's not just about listening to the webinar. Of course, we have the webinar for them as well about the EAR to give them the knowledge about this, but at the end, they have to complete the cycle as well. Some could do it, some could not because of their time, because of their health. So the drop-off rate in this program in this year is quite high. Eventually, we have like 33 school teachers who actually completed the whole cycles of the EAR here. And that's a model of the EAR in the year 2023. So after that, we also feel that, okay, we have the MT already mentor trainee, and we want more mentors, local mentors here. And we can see that these mentor trainees here who are both school teachers and the universities teachers, they have potential, to develop them to be even probably in the future might be into the lead mentor as well. And that will help us to reduce the cost, to be honestly, to hire the lead mentor as well. So we come up with a new model in the year 2024 here. You can see that we have two models here. Why? We will tell you now. The model one is this. We have 5 lead mentors. We add more layers to the structures here. Again, the project advisors are those two, the same project advisor, one international, one local one. And then we have here, actually altogether, we have more than 5. But in this model one, we have 5 lead mentors who's taking care of mentor trainee 1 and mentor trainee 1 taking care of mentor trainee 2. Now, from the last year project, we found that the lead mentor worked really hard on the 3 school teachers and then on the mentor trainees. So we wanted to reduce the work for them as well. And then really just taking care of the mentor trainee 1, guiding them with how to mentor, less on the knowledge of EAR, but more on the mentoring skills. So we don't assign any school teachers for the lead mentor here. So then the lead mentor provide guiding the mentoring skills to the MT1, and then the MT1 will help the MT2 in guiding them to give the feedback to their school teachers too. So you can see in here that MT1 still have 1 school teachers to take care of, and this we want them to still practice on the EAR knowledge on the school teachers. We will still want them to practice their mentoring skills on the school teachers. Now, who are the MT1 here? The MT1 here are from the previous project who were the mentor trainees. And then the MT2 are those who joined the previous project and had the potential to be a mentor. The names were provided by the lead mentor from the previous project and also from the mentor trainee from the previous project as well. So we saw the potentials in those school teachers that they can be the mentor as well. So we put them into the MT2 here. Now, why do we have to have 2 models? Because we don't have enough the MT1. So we have another model where the lead mentor can actually mentor the MT2 straight right away. So model 2 here, we still refer to the structure of the year 2023. Okay, but then the lead mentor do not have the school teachers to take care of here. All right, so in this project, this time we have the on-site training where we don't really give the webinars about EAR to them, but we gather them together in Bangkok here to give the training on the EAR. It is 1.5 day training for the school teachers and 2.5 day. It's actually 2.5 days for the mentor trainees. The mentor trainees come in first 1 day just to talk to each other, MT1, MT2 on how to guide the school teacher, how to start it off with. And then the next day, the school teachers come in and then we start giving the knowledge about the EAR and then get the MT1, MT2 to meet the school teachers in person. Until now, hopefully, until now, we still have just only 2 school teachers who dropped out from this project, which is quite less compared to last year. And then still we have 2 project advisors. We have 8 lead mentors, 9 mentor trainees 1, 19 mentor trainees 2, and 47 school teachers. You may be surprised at why do we have the university teachers to be the mentor trainee as well, because these school teachers are working closely with the school teachers as well. Some of them are even the teacher trainers. So they are really interested in this that's why we asked them to be like, we asked if they're interested to join this project, to be the mentor, and they agreed to do so. Right. So next is about the dissemination of this project. Koi, over to you, please.
Thank you. So for this part, throughout the 3 years that we have implemented the project, we have created opportunities for school teachers and mentors to actually share about the project, because we believe that after improving themselves or engaging themselves in professional development, they should have a chance to share what they have learned. So the first thing is like a sharing session. In the first year, it was very internal, where there's only like 10 or 11 school teachers coming to British Council Thailand to present their work. But from the second year, we have made it into like a bigger webinar so that teachers can involve and then actually share what they have done with the EAR. And we also got in partnership with EAR-Thailand. So we actually send the teacher to go and present there as well. And the mentors developed from last year also joined the EAR-Thailand mentoring webinar as well. So they also have a chance to share. And for the written form, we do have publication. So the teachers from the first year of this project actually have put together a book where they actually share what they have done with the EAR, and also British Council Thailand help us a lot with this in terms of inviting editors and helping teachers with all of the revision of their work. And we also believe in sharing all of these work with local Thai teachers. So we also invite all the teachers to come and present at Thailand TESOL. And to promote the project, we also engage teachers in the local webinars hosted by the British Council Thailand. So overall, we try to engage teachers in both the spoken form of dissemination and also written form as well. So now we're going to listen to a little bit of reflection from the school teachers and mentors. So what they have done with this project. So over to you now, Ajahn Chiraya.
Ekka, it's your turn now.
Okay. All right. Can I have my slide, please? Hello, everybody. All right. So this is a reflection from our team as a mentor. We would start with Kun Kru Pirapon, who has been the school teachers first, and then we will move to Kru Ann or Ajahn Jittima, because she has been the school teachers and the mentor herself. And lastly, we will finish our reflections with me as university teachers and also mentor in this project. So let's start with Kun Kru Pirapon ka.
Kru Pirapon, you here? Okay, if not, then we can start from the Jittima first, and then
Okay.
when he's here, then we can come back to him, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
So can you hear me well? Okay. So, สวัสดีค่ะ from Thailand. Hello, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today to share with you my EAR journey. From 2022 to now, it was like an exciting and amazing journey. And I would like to share some key moments and some lessons that I have learned from my EAR journey. Okay, next slide, please. I joined EAR like 2 years ago in 2022. Before joining EAR, I was like the first picture, as you can see. As a senior teacher with more than 20 years of experiences in teaching and learning English, I thought I knew everything about teaching and learning. And I believe that the challenges or issues that happen in the classroom were on the student side. And I always jumped to conclusion when I investigated some problems. I always trying to find like the solutions for the students without asking them, without looking closely to what happened. And then in 2022, when I joined EAR, I started my EAR journey here, and I worked with a lead mentor, like an international lead mentor. And then she helped me to find out more about what happened exactly in the classroom. Like for Thai teachers, the word research is very, very complicated, difficult for all of us. At first, I was afraid. I was afraid that I couldn't make it. However, with the support of KMUTT, British Council, and my mentor, I conducted my own research as a school teacher for like the first year. And I have learned many things, not just only like something. I have learned that in order to solve the problem, you need to explore first. You need to like hold on your belief that the student are not like the problems, but sometimes the problem cannot happen with you are teaching as a teacher. So I was very happy because by the end of the project, I could see the changes in my classroom, and I can see the changes with my students. So I think that, like, okay, EAR is not like that hard as I thought in the past. And right, the year after 2022, me in 2023. Okay, next slide, please. And next, I was selected to be a mentor trainee. And this year, I still worked with a lead mentor, Ella, and she helped me to improve my mentoring skills. This year, I didn't focus on my own work, but I gave support to another teacher to explore more and to conduct their research in the classroom. I improved my confidence in terms of being supportive, asking more, and giving helping hands to the teachers. I have learned how to improve myself as a mentor. I learned how to share what I have learned from last year. And this year, I was really ready and I was like confident to help my teacher. We celebrated the successes together when she finished the project and share her stories like to international conference. I thought this is like the happiness that happened with like working with people, working with teachers, and working as a teamwork. And yes, next. This year, me right now, I work as an MT2, helping a mentor trainee to help his teachers to conduct the research in their classrooms. I keep moving forward by keeping learning. And again, this year, we still have a lead trainer who help us how to improve the mentoring skills. And I hope that in the future, we are going to be like a lead mentor ourselves. Looking back to the first step, I mean like the early days in my EAR journey. So this year, it's just like I have learned how to train other mentor trainees and how to help a school teacher to conduct their research. I train them with the knowledge and skills of EAR, and I also give support. And right now we haven't finished the project, but we hope that by the end of this year, we're gonna have a chance to celebrate their success together. And we have learned a lot together. Overall, my EAR journey has been about growth, learning, and connecting with teacher researchers and mentors all around the world. Like I would like to say thank you to British Council, KMUTT, and Thailand TESOL and mentor.net that you give support to us. And I hope that I can continue working, and I look forward for more to learn. And thank you for listening.
All right. Thank you, Kru Ann. Kru Ann or Kru Chitima is my buddy in this year. We are working closely. So everything that she mentioned is the same thing that I am doing too. All right. So thank you so much for your great introductions of our jobs. Now it's my turn. My name is Jariya. Okay, as you can see from the slide, that my experience will be coming from the university teachers side. I have been a mentor trainee since last year, working until now. So I have like maybe 1.5 year experience, which I will be sharing with you. So in the next slide, I will give you my brief background. On the left-hand side, it related to my responsibilities because I'm a teacher trainer. Basically, I'm responsible for dealing with both knowledge and pedagogical skills for my pre-service teacher. However, since 2023, I am honored to work with the in-service teachers in the EAR project, and this has given me tremendous experience. In the next slide, it shows my outline of the talk today. You will see that that's a bridge between universities and schools. Normally, people would think that we are working separately, but using EAR as a bridge, we shared our expertise with each other, and we have learned a lot from the project together. So my background, my professional background, as I have mentioned, my background as teacher trainer has equipped me quite well with the ability to deal with others, and with the kind support from my buddy and my lead mentor, Anna, this year. This really enriching both knowledge and the soft skills for me to deal with teachers. This leads me to the second point I would like to mention is about lesson learned. 2 lessons that I have learned from being a mentor is that building rapport is crucial, as well as teamwork style is very important as well. And then finally, I'll be mentioning about reasons why I continue mentoring until this year. So in the next slide, I will be sharing you with how building rapport seems to be crucial to me, because building rapport is a foundation of trust and open communication. As a mentor and mentee or school teachers, when we work together for a long period of time, it is extremely important for us to be able to talk openly. Teachers are more likely to share their thoughts, their concerns with us if the mentor and the mentees have a very strong support with each other. And likewise, long-term commitments seems to very challenging, because during the EAR project, each teacher will spend more than 6 months to complete this journey. So it is good for us to have rapport between mentor and mentee. And in the next slide, I will show you the type of open communication that I was experienced with my mentee. And thankfully that she's here with me today as well. Thank you, Gop, for coming. The owner of this file, this is the file that we were working together from 2023. And you can see that on the pink letters, I have translated her issues from Thai to English because she used her native language to address her urgent needs, you know, to ask me for help with a data collection stage. I was very surprised and I was very happy to see that she felt comfortable enough to tell me directly what she needs. So with this kind of rapport and its links to open communication, so I can give her a fast assistance and relevant to her needs. And then we both appreciate the process of working together. All right. In the next slide, this is another thing that I have learned from being a mentor. At first, on the left-hand side, you will see that the supervisor, I was unsure if I could act as supervisor by giving feedback and, you know, telling the teachers what to do, or what else should they be doing. Along the process of working as a mentor, I have learned that mentor actually doing the work with the mentee, not only telling them what to do. We are a team. So it gives the feelings of being partner or pair work, not like supervisors anymore. Like, for example, in the next slide, one of my mentees last year was aiming to improve her students' speaking activity. So one of her RQ was that she would ask about preferred activity from her students. So which one that they think could improve their speaking experiences best. So on the left-hand side, you will see like the notes from the students. So she collected that data and shared with me the notes from her students. And then on the right-hand side, I took the data and I just, you know, I was trying to help by counting and grouping the numbers of responses, so we could see which activity was preferred the most. I was doing this just to make my teacher feel comfortable that she wasn't doing the work alone. For me, it's the journey of helping each other, holding the hands until the end. And luckily that all my school teachers, my mentees, were with me until the end. This is a reason that linking me to the last point about the reason why I'm still being a mentor this year. This actually linked back to my previous professional background. As I mentioned earlier, that I am a teacher trainer, and now I start entering the in-service teacher. This EAR project is cherished because for me, it helps me to complete my educational cycle. I get to see the whole process of forming or becoming a teacher, from pre-service until in-service. And then I can learn from the teachers, my buddy, and also my lead mentor, that being a teacher takes more than like learning and knowledge in the universities. It's this kind of experience extend beyond the context, you know, and this helped me for my professional growth as well. All right, so thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Kupirapon. Are you here?
Sir?
Kupirapon. Okay, maybe he has some problem with the internet connection. I can talk for him a bit about it because we had a rehearse a rehearsal last night together. Okay, for Kru Pirapon, okay, he is a primary school teacher in here. And we talk about what he got from this project. He has been with us since like the year 2022 as a school teachers joining the project to learn about EAR. And then now he is a MT2 mentor trainee in the year 2024 in here. So he said that from this project, what he has learned so far is that he kind of like understand the root of the problem in the classroom. It is not just about making assumption in the classroom. He actually knows on how to really look into the problems, talk to the students. It is not just about one side solving the problems, but it is a two-sided solving the problem. And he can see that the way he solved the problem, it's kind of like being systematical in a way that because he look into the problem and he search in a way to solve the problem. And then from there, he can also see other opportunities to really help the students. So he said that he kind of like focus more on the students compared to before. And he found it really, really useful in there. Apart from that, he felt that from joining this project, he got to share his experience to the school teachers. I would have to mention that the school teachers joined these projects, like, in these 3 years, from all over Thailand, like, from each part of Thailand in there. So he got to know them, he got to learn from them. He really can, share his experience doing EAR to them, not only about EAR, but sharing his teaching experience to those teachers. And he get to hear from those teachers as well. And he find that this is a really great opportunity. Like, he found it as a community of sharing and that he can learn a lot from here. Apart from that, when he said that he joined this project, at first, he thought that it's impossible to do the EAR because that being a teacher, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, being a teacher is really like, it's a job that keeps the teacher really, really busy, right? It's not just about teaching and then you go home. We have other activities as well that we have to take care of. And then when he was first introduced about this EAR, he thought, oh my God, he would not be able to do it because it's like, where would he get time to do it? He found it's very difficult to manage the time to do it. But then later, after he really studied about it, the EAR, and he looked into it properly, how to do it, he found that it's possible to do it. So he learned on how to manage his time. He learned on how to, make a plan of his teaching, of doing teacher research as well. And he found that this management skill is really useful for him. It's not just about the time management, but it's also about managing other parts of his career as well. So this is what he had learned from this EAR project. This is a reflection from the Kru Pirapon Naka. So next will be about project management. Koi ka?
So for this part, Napak and I will be sharing, and Napak will be the one who opened the session.
Hi. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Napak. Can you hear me clearly? Right. The sound is okay, right? So today I will talk about our project management, focusing on the recruitment, the partnerships, and the workspace. For the recruitment, as you know that in 2022, we started off the project as the pilot project, and we recruited 2 groups of participants, the school teachers and the mentors. Yeah. For school teachers, we recruited them from the network of British Council Thailand and KMUTT. And for mentors, we've got support from the EAR Global Network. Okay. And in 2023, as you know that there are some development of this year's project, and we aim to develop more local mentors. Okay, so there will be 3 groups of participants for 2023 project. The first group, the school teachers, they were recruited via the networks of the British Council Thailand and our new partner in this year, Equitable Education Fund or EEF and KMUTT. Yeah, and we recruit the mentor trainees, okay, by selecting the potential school teachers from the first year project, and also invited the experienced university teachers to join us as the mentor trainee. For lead mentors, yeah, we've got support from Richard and the IATFO's Action Research SIG to help us find international lead mentors to give us some guidelines on mentoring skill. Yeah, for this year project, we follow the same recruitment process as in 2023, with additional support from our new partners, the Regional English Language Office, and Thailand TESOL. For mentor trainees, MT1, we still recruit the same group of mentors joining us from last year project. For mentor trainee 2, they were selected from the potential school teachers. Yeah. And for this year's project, we still collaborated with IATFO and Richard for our international lead mentors. Yeah. Next slide, please. The next part the next point will be about the partnerships. Okay. As you know, we started this project as the pilot project involving only 2 partners. Okay, in 2022, the British Council Thailand and KMUTT. Okay? And in 2023, EEF or Equitable Education Fund joined us as the partner. And now the project expands with more partners. Yeah, for this year, we have the Regional English Language Office from the US Embassy and Thailand TESOL to join us. We received continued support from the British Council Thailand and KMUTT. Yeah. Our partnerships have been crucial for the success of our project. We have had successful recruitment and project management with the support from our partners. And this can enhance funding opportunities, which is one of the important key to support our success. And with more partners, we can help each other to create a sustainable EAR network and community in Thailand. Yes. Next slide will be about the workspace to help us administer this project and manage this project successfully. In 2022, we use email and Line. Line is a chat application, okay, and Zoom. These are the 3 main platforms that can help us in communication and training of this project in 2022. In 2023, we still continue with these tools, and we added more platform like Google Drive to help us with the file storage. We also encourage and promote the use of Google Docs and Google Sheets for easy access and collaboration among our participants, because everyone are from different places, like in Thailand and from other countries as well. And for this year's project, we maintain this online approach since it can ensure the efficient communication and the resource sharing across various locations. Okay? And these are the 3 main points about how we manage the project. Next course will give more information about how we manage the meetings among our participants and working teams. Yes. To you, Koi.
Thank you. So being a part of the organizer, we are very aware of all the meetings that both the admins and the participant have to involve. So the first meeting, that is something that has stayed with us for a while. That is for admins. This kind of meeting usually happen once a week or once every 2 weeks. But sometimes if there is a big event coming, sometimes we can have 2 meetings within just 1 week. And as you can see that with more partners involving, the development or the process of all this meeting also grown organically. As you can see, for 2022, mainly we have the meeting between mentor and mentee. And for 2023, can you please press the slide as well? And for 2023, yeah. So you can see that now we have added more layers into the training model. We have the meeting between mentor and mentee, lead mentor, the LM and the mentor trainee. And we kind of noticed that the LM has helped us in terms of hosting the occasional mentor meeting. So where all of the mentors come, and usually they will share all of their experiences, not just in their group, but share as a big community. So that's where we get the idea to make the meetings more systematic in this year. So for this year, we actually have a very structure of all the meetings that the participants have to attend to. So the first one, there's a meeting between the LM and the MT1. The next one would be between MT2 and MT1, or between the MT1 and the school teachers. Okay. And another kind of meeting that school teachers and has to engage in is between MT2 and school teacher. And as you can see from 2023, we see that sometimes they're the occasional mentor meetings. So for this one, we made it into the roundtable discussion. We call it a roundtable discussion because we want the mentor to come in and share. We don't want to build a hierarchy that, okay, LM is higher than MT1 and MT1 is higher than MT2. So that's why we want an equal side on everyone. And the last one is a school teachers meeting. So we kind of noticed that from the previous meeting, from the previous project, if we just put everything at the end, sometimes it will be very difficult for us as the organizer to get the update from the school teacher. So that's why we had an idea to have school teachers meeting as well, so we can get the update from them, we can listen to them, and so if there is any challenges, we can help them to get through it. So after like 2.5 years of running this project, we have had some unique experience, or we called it lesson learned, and we would like to share with you in the next part. And also we would like to talk about the biggest future plan of this project. So for the lesson learned, we have 3 main ideas. The first one, that is the most important key factor, the most important factor, but also the most challenging aspect of this project is about time management. All of the participants here are either teachers, university lecturers, educators, or at institution. They already have their own workload, and usually in the educational sector, it's quite overloading. But now with this project, they have to adapt all of those schoolwork with the project timeline. And for this part, we coined a term that is called accountable flexibility. So it is okay for people to be flexible, but we should be accountable for it, like taking responsibility for it. It is okay for you to reschedule, but you need to be sure that it's your rescheduling, not that just keep rescheduling on it. And the second point that we would like to raise is about the success rate. So in 2022, we have 17 out of 24 school teachers completed their EAR project, and all of them engaged in the sharing session. And for 2023, 33 out of 63 school teachers completed their EAR project. We want to put this term as a success rate because we want to also share a little bit about our perspective. Some may call this as a dropout rate, but for us, we think it is a success rate because we have done something for the teacher community here. And the last one, but not least, is about networking and team working. So as you can see from all of our sharing, you can see that with more partners getting involved into this project, we have more opportunities for teachers to actually disseminate their project. And also we got to learn more from them. Like our core partner is British Council. We learn a lot from them. They have helped us a lot, and then they introduce us to other organizations out there to actually who are really interested in this, so we can build a community for teachers to learn. And as the project is growing, we also recruit more team members as well, and getting the harmony between the members here actually help a lot with the project. So that's what are the things we have learned from the project. And we would like to share with you in the next slide that is about the ultimate future plan of why are we doing this and what do we want to have for the future. So what we want for the future is actually an EAR community in Thailand, where there are the first part, that is a pool of experienced mentors. So that's why we always emphasize the mentorship, because we really want to create a team of supporters to send out to help teachers in need. And that's why we also emphasize about the publication. All this publication here has been stored, and all of the handbooks from British Council and all of the training materials are kept so that we can have the available resources. So we have the mentors and the resources, and we really want to look for the curious school teachers. We put the word curious here so that they have the ambition to learn and they want to change something about their classroom or themselves. And of course, we always want to emphasize on the opportunities for teachers to share their projects. And the last point about the future plan, so I would like to invite Kun Pum to actually talk about this. So over to you.
Thank you very much, Khoi. Okay, so the last point about for our future plan is teacher participants who already graduated from the projects, to continue their research. That's why we'd like to provide a platform for these teachers to continue their research. And at the moment, it's still in a very early stage of developing our research learning community. It will be an online one, so it will be a platform which will provide teachers the resources that they need to identify and improve their personal teaching context, to help them to be to clarity, articulate their problems, and then to find out the solutions. And we also hope that the ILC will kind of link up our teacher researcher to local and to regional and international network, providing them opportunities for their professional development plan. And we also hope that the ILC that we like to develop, will serve as a platform for researchers, to help to identify systemic issues and needs in the education system, and we hope that, the ILC will kind of provide some findings, and then the findings can be communicated to the to the policy level, to the ministry, and then they can begin to influence them, on decision making at the policy level. But again, we are still at a very early stage of designing the ILC, the online learning community. We have done some focus groups with some school teachers last week, and we're going to develop more some interview or the focus group with for example, supervisors or school directors, and of course some senior staff at the Ministry of Education. So I think that's about our research learning community. Okay, so and next slide, please. Okay, just before we end our presentation, just to introduce that we have the project page, at British Council website. You can just Google exploratory action research in Thailand, EAR-Thailand, and then this is the project page. And in this project, we talk about roughly about the project, and also we also have we did some teacher webinars last year, so there will be some the webinar series. You can go to the link to the webinar series, and of course we have the publication of the year 1 project, and the publication of the year 2 project is on the way. So at the moment it's this is a project page that you can go to find out about our project. So I think that we come to an end of our presentation. So
yeah, I would like to say a bit before we end this our presentation. All right, as you can see that from our projects in here, the structure of the project, it is more we keep adding the level in there just to conclude that it is more like a cascading model, that each level has their role to dropping one thing to another level so we can learn from each other. And I would like to mention few names in here from super mentor of the year 1 is Paula, and then from the project advisor, I kept saying that it's an international project advisor, it was Richard Smith. It is Richard Smith, and then the local one is Sontida. And also we would like to really thank our lead mentors in here, that we have Ella, Ravi, Anna, and Gyanu, Jana, Vanita, Nala, Mariana, Susan. All right, and also I would like to thank all the MT, local MT here, okay, and all the school teachers. also. So without all of these people, like, the project will not, it cannot go on. So that's why teamwork is really, really important. So thank you so much for listening to us. And now it's time for question and answer. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. That was really, really fascinating, comprehensive overview of a very exciting and innovative project. I would say not just project, because we hope it's going to continue into the future, and projects have a time limit. But what I think is really innovative and exciting about this project is your intention to make it long lasting, to make it sustainable. And I just highlight a few things, and then maybe we have questions and comments from everybody. But I think you were inspired by previous British Council projects with exploratory action research. By the way, EAR stands for Exploratory Action Research, and this is an approach, that was developed through British Council projects for busy school teachers, and has been shown to be quite appropriate, in many contexts. But the thing about those projects, in Latin America, you mentioned, Poom, at the beginning, definitely we hoped that, and we discovered that mentors who had been themselves school teachers could be very good mentors. And the assumption, I think, until that started, the assumption there were not many projects, to be honest, trying to encourage teachers to do teacher research, but it was always an outside expert coming even from outside the country, training the teachers. It wasn't very sustainable, because if there was no experts, then the project would finish. Well, I know that Paula and I were very interested in trying to develop local people as mentors, but also ideally people who had experience of school teaching. Although, as we've heard here, the great thing about the Thailand project, I think that the university teachers who are involved, like Jaria, for example, are very interested in school teachers, and they learn a lot about school teaching and to benefit those university teacher trainers. And that's a really good thing about the Thailand project. I think the university-based mentors are very, very interested in learning from school teachers, not just in telling school teachers what they should be doing, which is what university teachers often do. But anyway, in India, Nepal, the British Council projects there were a bit different from Latin America, because we started to think, how can we develop mentors? How can we train mentors? But I think you've gone further, because in the way that Rajani and Sanjay described, you are having a kind of cascading. I would call it a special kind of cascading, which is a little bit like a snowball running downhill, where you don't just send the message downwards. You try to accompany and keep on being a mentor and learning to be a mentor. And the way that you are developing local mentors is very, very special, I think, and very innovative. And just to say that I think that the hopes that you have for the future are very exciting, and developing a community of people, teachers, who have been through this process, who have benefited from it. By the way, I agree with you. 33 out of 63 teachers completing, it's a success rate. It's not something to be worried about. We should learn, and you are learning. You're definitely learning from each year. But that's another good thing. The thing is that you're doing this year after year. So well done to the British Council, I think, for supporting this in a long-term way, and to having quite good ambitions for this. But I also want to highlight for everybody who may be inspired by this in other places, how important it is that there is a university, which is King Mongkut's University of Technology, Thonburi, and many of you who are organizing this are associated with this university. So well done to you. And this is what we often do not see enough of in the world, is university-school partnership. And you are really showing how that can be that can be done. It's not just with individual schools. You are really making a great effort to connect your university expertise with school teachers at the heart of this project, and then the British Council supporting this in a great way. I think that's what I think this is something to highlight as well for others in other contexts in the world. How university teacher trainers, of course, you want to do a good job. You want to do teacher training, which is realistic and relevant to school teachers. But so often in the world, I can say this because I'm getting old, I can say this quite openly and not very politely, but so much university teacher training is very, very unrealistic and over theoretical and not really relevant. So by engaging in this kind of project, you college teachers are learning and knowing about the context of school teachers, and you are understanding how expert school teachers are, and how we need to, in teacher training, we need to build on the expertise of school teachers. So those ideas that you have for the future about building a community are really, really exciting as well. So I'll stop talking. I'm sure that others have got questions and comments. Would anybody like to put up their hand?
We got a question from the comment session. It's from Ravi. Ravi asked, what kind of change or what kind of decision do you expect at the policy level? Like,
Yeah, well, Pum or maybe Sontida or Rachani, I don't know if you'd like to answer that question.
แต่สนธิดาคะ
I think it's very difficult to get Ministry of Education involved because they have other interests and they have other focus. So what we were thinking of at the moment doing is like working like this and for a few more years, and then get the teachers to spread the word themselves. When we start the project, we haven't really think much about this. It's just that we need to do something. But then as years gone by, things started to build up, and we see more pictures. I think we will still continue the project for a few more years. Maybe by that time we will be able to see things that we can maybe talk to the Ministry of Education and do something. Kun Pum, do you have anything else to add?
Actually, at the moment, I think I think it's still in a very early stage, and I don't think the ministry has. I mean, they talk about this, but they didn't really. They haven't really try to develop this kind of skill for. I think it's still quite new for the Ministry of Education and also for teachers. But we hope that some findings, at least, for let's say that will provide some message, like, okay, these are the areas that teachers really need support. This is the problem. These are the how much, or and also like what kind of support that they need, for example, teacher development or anything that I think that that ministry can provide to teachers. At the moment they kind of provide, for example, the format, the template for their personal agreement, but they can probably do more of the support.
So hopefully
in
maybe,
this as well.
hopefully maybe this EAR can be one of the tasks that the teachers can use for their personal agreement with the
One thing that I would like to, in terms of all of this, is that there has been some teachers from the project. They actually submit the report from the project to the school, and they got approved for the annual evaluation. So somehow, how did the report actually go in alignment with the annual evaluation there? So maybe in the future we can actually find a way for two of the framework actually match together.
Yeah. And I think this I mean, some message from the teacher research can also kind of help bridging or closing the kind of gap between the policy and the practice and the voice from teachers and voice from students as well. I think this kind of thing, I think it could be, something that be communicated to the policy level.
Yeah. And this is the bottom-up project, right? We start with teachers, and then we were talking about like I heard you talk about like international conference for EAR teachers, which we can maybe develop teachers in Thailand, and later on it could be something maybe within ASEAN countries, but it will take some time. It will take some time.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to comment about the bottom-upness, but I won't. But that idea of a conference is a great idea, and I'm sure that IATEFL, it's not just IATEFL, it's IATEFL Research SIG would be interested in supporting such a conference. Maybe call it Teachers Research, Teachers Research Thailand 2026 or something. Rob has got a question, very interesting question. Maybe you can quickly answer that, and then we talk. Ella has a question. Rob in the chat says, we were talking about number of completing projects, NAPAC and Koi. When you say student STs complete, this is school teachers, STs, complete, the number that complete their project, how do you define complete? And I should say that Rob is editor of an interesting new journal, which is a journal which encourages teachers to present their reports of teacher research. So he's got that interest, actually. Koi, Napak?
So for this one, we can say, I think we have, let's say, two definitions of completing the project right now, in terms of like at the stage of final sharing, if they finish their, or even just finish their exploratory stage, they can come and share. And can you share a little bit about the publication or like the writing a report?
Who, me?
Yeah, sorry. So like by the completion of the project, roughly we aim for the school teachers to complete the 2 cycles of the EAR, right? The exploratory stage and the action stage. And like at the end, they can like combine all the knowledge or what they have learned from their EAR and present their work to others in the sharing sessions. Yes, and like that is what we expect from them. But beyond our expectation, if possible, they can like come up with the article. Yes. Sharing about their project in written form. And we provide a platform for publication. Yes. With the support of the British Council Thailand. Yes.
Yes, so one book has been published. That's edited by Anne Burns, and that's on the website. We shared the link, and one is being prepared from the teachers from last year, and the British Council is supporting this. But maybe there is potential also to feed into Rob's new publication. I'm sure in the future. Okay, Ella, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. A question again about the role of university. Despite that, the major focus of the projects are on school teachers, I wonder if there is some reasoning why initially the decision was made like cooperate with key MTTU. And so that's a part of the question about the past decision. And another part of the question, do you think that for now, I understand you engage university teachers for mentors role. Do you think that university teachers who teach students, maybe language students or students of other disciplines, might benefit from doing EAR as well? I know that you mentioned there was some personal agreement and some appraisal requirement for school teachers. Maybe the situation is different for university teachers, but do you think that in future you can expand to engaging university teachers as well to conduct EAR?
The reason that we involve university teachers at the beginning were that the first time we did not have enough mentor trainees. There were only 6 mentor trainees. And if we want to do the second year, in the first year, we didn't plan anything. It was just like, okay, let's look at what EAR is like, what classroom research is like. We haven't planned that beforehand. So by the end of the first project, by the end of the pilot project, we came up with only 6 mentor trainees, with only 6 teachers who have potential to become mentor trainees. So I look back at maybe university teachers may be able to do this kind of thing, even because they all have knowledge in conducting research, but it is normally academic research. So they need to be trained on how to understand EAR. And the group of teachers that we selected were kind of like in the not really senior teacher. So they would be open for learning. And so that's the reason why we involved 8 university teachers to join. And all of them stay until the end of the project and continue the second year and the third year, which I was very happy to that I have chosen them. And if you listen to Kate, what she just mentioned, she is a teacher trainer. She's worked at a university called Teacher University. Okay, for your question about whether we would expand this to university teachers, I don't think that it would be successful in doing that, because there is a requirement at the university for teachers to conduct academic research for their annual evaluation. And I don't think they will spare some of their time to do this kind of thing. And even in my time, we kind of feel confident about our solution, about finding solutions to our problems in the classroom. So which is normally when I am engaged in this EAR, I learn a lot myself. Any other thing that I haven't answered? Anything to add?
I would like to add a bit. Maybe it cannot be really implemented in the university level, like, all the teachers should also use this, but with the idea, like, the idea of this EAR can actually help the school teachers as well to look into the problems in their classroom. They may do it like, by themselves without really writing up on the publications or anything, but at least they know about this and they can actually learn by themselves. They can talk to other teachers about it. It may be good if, like, even the university teachers introduce this in their classroom, if possible, if there's any TESOL program or anything about it. So slowly, I think we have to embed this into the practice, I guess. But if we want to really change it to be like, abruptly or like immediately, I don't think it's possible. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yes, the question was actually, I understand that university and school teachers have a different teaching context, but those university teachers who teach and interact with their students every day in the classroom, yes. So I thought that maybe they would benefit as well from doing this EAR research to explore on their practices, not because they need to fulfill some university requirements, which definitely are different. But I think in Thailand that could be maybe different from university perspective and from school perspective. So thank you.
And Ella, you had an interesting comment. I think that I think you're wondering also whether teachers of other subjects might get involved with exploratory action research? And that,
Yes.
yeah, that's interesting. I think it does happen, you know, when English teachers get involved with this. And maybe some of you teachers, maybe you have experienced this, you know, with colleagues who they ask you, what are you doing here? Why are you doing that? And then you might start to mentor, maybe on a voluntary way, teachers of other subjects in your school, because that certainly has been happening in different places.
Yeah.
And some of you are nodding your heads, so maybe you'd like to share what happened in your case. Rabbit, go on. You put your hand, you put your thumb up.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rabbit. So nice to meet you again. So actually, this is kind of like a secret in my school because one of my deputy at the school really want this project of EAR with small teachers in my school, and because they know that I am one of the mentors trainee for this project, and he really interested in trying out this one, but I didn't tell anyone. So I think that this one will be very interesting for me to try out later. And yes, I will ask for some help or some guidance from anyone, because mentoring in the English language is fine because I have some experience on that. But for another subject, it's going to be like another level. So I'm my school and I'm planning on doing that.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
Actually,
Maybe
there's
some
another
of you,
school. Yeah,
maybe
sorry.
some of you would like to translate the handbooks into Thai language. No, because that's important, because Nepal, that teachers wanted to do it. The English language was a bit of a barrier, but yeah, it's a serious suggestion.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, it's a big job. Anybody else? Any questions? Any comments? It's interestingly, this is a bottom-up project as far as I see it. It's something that came from a vision that some of you had, and the British Council is supporting it in a very excellent way, and it fits, but it does fit with government priorities, which is probably why you are supporting it so strongly. And that's interesting and good for the project. However, when things become top-down, things change. That's all I would say. And it was the opposite in Nepal. In Nepal, and Janak is here, I think, and Gyanu is here, and it was the opposite, because the government was already promoting action research and already requiring teachers to do action research, but they were not really, teachers were not really taking it seriously. Actually, Janak has written about this recently in the ELT journal, and the good article there with Prem Payak about how the government was promoting action research. They heard about it, and we all believe it's very useful, and we know it's very useful if teachers actually do it. But because it was being promoted so strongly in a top-down way, teachers were not really taking it seriously. They were sometimes even copying and pasting, or these days ChatGPT, etc., and not really doing it. And so then EAR, exploratory action research, came along, and some teachers and their mentors realized actually, it can be useful, and they, from the bottom-up perspective. So that was the opposite situation. Yes. So keep the bottom-upness. That's what I would say. Keep the life in it. Keep the community. Keep the spirit. We've all benefited. I mean, there are many of us here who have been involved in a big way with your project, and Ella and Anna, I can see, and Janak and Ravi and Ganu and Vanita, and we've all really, really enjoyed working with you and benefiting from this really, really useful project and really innovative project. And thank you very, very much today, all of you, for organizing this and for coming along and for sharing your experience, and I think for inspiring others in other contexts. And we know they will know to get in touch with you to learn more about how they can do it, how they can do something like this, which has been so valuable. And I hope it will continue to be so valuable as it is now, and even expand and get more people involved in Thailand. Thank you very, very much, everybody. The next event, as you know, will be next month. You're very welcome to our event. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye bye.
Thank
everybody.
you so much.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. สวัสดีค่ะ